Good afternoon, everyone. It's great to see you all here. We're about to begin with the webinar. Please let me know if you can hear us well. You have the Q&A box here at the bottom right if the sound is working for you. My name is Vicente Loschmidt, and I am the AccuColor team lead for BenQ Europe, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to today's webinar with Jovana the live shooting and editing session. Already seeing some of you answer here in the Q&A. Lovely to hear from you. We're really excited for today's webinar. What awaits you is a fantastic webinar with Jovana, where she's going to be doing a live shooting session with one of her close friends and one of the models that she works with quite often, Vanya. Followed up by an editing session where you're going to be seeing the actual pictures that Jovana shot, and she's going to be editing those. At the very end, you're also, as a little gift to all of you, you'll also be receiving some of Jovana's raw images that you can then download, and you'll be receiving those at the very end of the webinar. As for the another little gift for all of you is that you'll also be receiving a 10% discount on the BenQ SW series monitors and the PD series monitors. The SW series monitors you're seeing in front of you right now. And so before we jump into this, for those of you who are not aware, BenQ has a wide range of products in the monitor space. Amongst the monitors, we have two lines that are really built for artists in mind. The SW series, which you're seeing on screen for photographers, and the PD series, which is built for designers and also Mac users. By the way, here on the right side in the links pod, you can also find all of these links and you can access them at any point throughout the webinar. These monitors are built from the ground up for artists in mind. One of the most important aspects of working as an artist, all of you as photographers will know this, of course, is working with the correct color. Knowing that the red that you shot in the flower of the rose, for example, you want to be sure that you're seeing the same red when you're going to edit it on your monitor. This color accuracy is something that you have a guarantee of to have the most color accurate monitor possible when you purchase a BenQ monitor. Alongside this, a host of other features, some of which you might have seen in the videos before, really made for photographers to make sure that your workflow is as smooth as possible and as efficient as possible. And to really get all of the hardware tech things out of the way to really give you the time and the freedom to focus on what you love to do most, which is simply taking photos and taking pictures. As said, we'll be sharing later on a small discount code, which you'll be receiving also as the webinar goes on. One more note, you can also at the top, you can press on the CC icon to turn on subtitles throughout the webinar. These are automated subtitles in case you want to understand better what is happening. On to the webinar itself. We're so lucky today to be joined by Jovana to be giving her webinar on this. The amount of time and energy and organization that Jovana has gone into to really prepare for today, we're incredibly grateful for it. Most webinars that you might have seen elsewhere usually involve simply a PowerPoint or simply the speaker speaking to you, which is also fine. But we're so lucky today to have Jovana, where she really went above and beyond, making a set in her studio, having an assistant on hands to really help her with the camera work, with the microphone work, and of course also hiring and bringing a model to really be there on the day with her to do all of this, setting up a camera tether. It's really a tremendous amount of preparation and work that Jovana put in, and we're incredibly grateful for that. And so, without further ado, I'd like to call Jovana to the stage. We'll also be having a Q&A section at the very end of the webinar. Feel free to ask any questions that you have throughout the session. And we're wishing you all a lovely webinar.
Hi, Vicente. Hello, guys. Thank you, Vicente, for such a great, nice introduction. I'm very happy. Welcome for today's webinar. It will be a very interesting one. You know how much I love having webinars with BenQ. They are my favorites. And this one will be very interesting because we will be doing live shooting and editing session. Before we start, I would like to share some things what we will be doing today. So first, I will share a few thoughts about the introduction and what you have to pay attention before you start creating photos. After that, we will be doing part 2, which will be live editing with my favorite model and muse, Vanya. And we will be together creating one very mystical scene, which you can see behind me. And after that, we will be having an editing session. So you will see how the ways I edit, and at the end, like a bonus, you will be receiving a raw file from me, which you can edit yourself and then afterwards share online and with me. Sorry if you hear some sound because there is a huge storm here, so excuse me because of that. So let's start just to prepare to share the topic. So tips on how to use the smoke effects and lights, communication with the models, lighting, model posing, creating the scene, and editing. This we'll be doing at live session. And at the end, I forget to say that during the whole webinar, you can ask the questions, whatever you want, photography related. If you're really interested in lenses, camera, monitors, you can ask during this webinar, and we will be answering at the end. Before we start, I would like to ask you a first poll, which will be, what level are you at photography? So I'm very curious to know. So are you a hobby? Are you a professional, just starting? I'm really interested to hear your thoughts. Okay. I love when this line is going left, right. Let's see. Make sure to still answer. Okay, so many of you, 50%, almost 50% hobby, then professional, just starting, and haven't started yet. Okay, hobby photographers, make sure to prepare yourself and write your thoughts and ideas, because today this will be very useful to you, because you will see the shooting part and the editing part. So it will be very interesting. Thank you so much for answering this poll. We will start now with the presentation. So when we are talking about the lights and effects, it is so important to know the light sources. So when you are working outside, when you have a natural light, you have a sunrise, sunset, it is also challenging to prepare yourself for the light. You have 1 hour extra light, you know, the best one, the golden hour. This one is very interesting, but it is also tricky how you place the model. So you can creating 2 different styles and shapes with the light. So you can put the model direct on the sun, which you will have like golden finish on their face, or you can put against the sun, which you can create like shadows and more like mystical images. I love to always recommend that you pay attention to what emotion you want to awake in people's mind when looking at that images. Do you want to awake like emotional parts of the people? Do you want to awake some moodiness? Do you want to share happy moments? So this is so important, because light sources and creative scene, it really connects together. So what emotions you want to achieve. And when you are using light sources like today, we will be using inside. I love to have even 1 light source. If you want like mystical, today we will be doing mystical images. After 1, if you put more than 1, it will bring more lighting into the image and more glowy into the photos. So it is so important to play with the lights and to find out which light source works best for you. So today we'll be doing that on the live session part. When we talk about the backdrop is also important, because where you place the model, it is nice. But if you don't have a photogenic and good connection backdrop behind the model, this might be very not so good, because you want to connect all together. The subject, the model, is main part of the story, and you want that people first see the model and not the background. If you are creating wide angle shots, then the background is also, the whole scene is important, because how you are placing the elements around the model, it is say so much about the story. So you don't have to have the whole room. You need only 1 corner, especially if you're creating portraits. You need only 1 color behind the model, which will be in a good connection with the model. For example, if you are having an albino model, then the black backdrop will be good, because the contrast is so good. Also the red one, all the strong colors. If you have a dark model, then the white backdrop or a blue one. So make sure how to awake like emotions in the people's mind. This is like I said at the beginning. So do you want to add more contrast? Do you want to add more like stillness into the photos? This is at what you have to pay attention when you're choosing the light sources and the backdrop. The next one is creating a scene. This is my favorite one, because how you're placing the elements and how you're making the composition is a half of a job. It's not, yes, you can bring model at one very interesting, mind-blowing location and to not use any element, only that location. This means if you are creating photos at abandoned places, this which already has some energy. But if you are bringing the model to some location like a field, like flowers, then you need like some additional props which you can add to the scene and tell a different story. I'm thinking about this, imagining that you are having a table in your room and you don't have nothing on the table, only a vase. And okay, this table is looking good, the room is good, but you miss something. Then you're going to the store, you're buying the flowers, and you're choosing which flowers you will get. Do you want more colorful flowers? Do you want my cooler tones? Do you want mind-blowing colors in front of you? This is like the elements you're choosing in photography. When you put the flowers in a vase and on the table, you will see the story, you will see the awakening, the scene. So everything is about how you will awake the scene and which story you will tell. And if you're having only a vase and a flowers inside and you want to put something else like the old books, maybe a candles, this will also bring more story on the table. And imagining this like in photography, imagining having a bed on location and you're only having a bed and a model, it is nice. But if you bring flowers like a pet or flowers around the bed, it is a totally new story. And this is how you want to think in future, awakening the scene. Keep this in mind and write your ideas. The next one is model selection and body language. I always love to say that which model you will choose and what body language they have, it is how you choose the poses. If they are too shy, if they are too confident, you can play with it. If they are too shy, then you don't have to choose some strong poses at the beginning. Maybe after they will relax more, but at the beginning, choose more relaxed pose, like the laying around the head, maybe towards the body. If they're too confident, then you can choose whatever you want, because in that case, they will bring the poses by themselves to you. And just make sure to choose the model selection and meet the model before the photo shoot. It is so important because you never know, once looking at the photos, and sometimes you meet the other person. I experienced that. So make sure to always meet the model before. And camera settings. This is also important when you're coming. Many people who come to my workshops, they ask, what camera settings you're using, Jovana? I really don't have like fixed camera settings. I go to the location, based on the lights and based on the scene, I look at the settings and then just choose the best ones. I know that only dreamy effects, if you are focal length, you put around from 2 to 2.5. This is important if you want more bokeh behind the model, but everything else I'm setting on location. And today we will be also doing that, because today it's a little bit more mysterious and darker. So it will be more challenging because the settings will be more up and high. Now I want to ask you a second poll, which will be, do you love the minimal composition? So in regards to elements, are you more for the, do you like the playing with multiple elements in photography, or your minimalism? I would love to hear this, because when I was starting, I was everything in a minimal. Depending how you use the minimal, it is so important to use in the right form. But now I love to play with as many elements, and it is so nice to have. Okay, I'm more minimalist. I love to play with many elements. Okay, it is close to each other. Let's see. If you have some more time, make sure to click more. Okay, I think the winner is I like to play with many elements. Yay, because today we'll be having many elements in the scene. But it is okay to be minimalism, especially if you are having some unique model and unique location, if you're minimalism. Thank you for answering this poll. Okay, so live portrait shooting. So we are slowly getting to the live portrait shooting, where we will pay attention to the scene. So make sure to keep in mind that thing I say about the vase and flowers. So how many elements you will bring to the table is how much colors you will use and how much they want to put to the scene. I want to go back to the story with the flowers, where I will say, if you are depending on emotion which one you want to awake, if you have like cooler room and you want to bring some more emotion into the people's mind, then I think it's okay to use branches instead of flowers. But if they want to look at the photo and say, oh my god, this is so interesting, like the contrast and everything, then it is okay to bring a colorful flowers in a cold room. So everything is emotions and awakening in people's mind. Then the model, we will be having a nice dress and a model Vanya, where she will be laying in the bed and playing with the flowers and everything. The lighting will be also having one light source, which I will share to you. And after the live session, we will be doing an editing part. Before I go to tether the camera and prepare, I want to ask you the third poll, which you will be answering while I am tethering the camera. So what special effects do you like to work with? So is it the smoke, bubbles, flowers? Make sure to type as many, because after that I tether the camera, I will get back to you. So I need a few minutes. I will get back just to tether the camera and prepare the scene. Okay, I'm back. I want to see your answers first before I start. Let's see. Let's see your answers. So smoke, yeah, you're just like me. I love using the smoke in the photos. Smoke, candling, flowers. I really enjoy mirrors. Nice. Flowers as well as the book. Bubbles. I don't know how to work with smoke, but I would like to learn. Okay, just write me. It's so interesting. Always flowers. I like to smoke effects. Flowers, flowers. You're my person. Flower, smoke, water drops. Nice. Nature, flowers. So many say smoke and flowers. So you are on the right path now. Okay, so I will now share the screen with you where you can see the images. Let's see. Make sure to tell me, do you see the screen? Okay. Now, I would love to introduce the model, Vanya. Come here. Okay, this is Vanya, one of my favorite models. I really love working with her because it is always so interesting. Yes, like we love to travel. We travel to locations where we have deer, where we, in the forest.
Yeah.
So I love working with animals. So she always somehow changed her look with the makeup and the hair. I think the only hair she didn't have is like the black.
Yeah.
You have it.
No, I never went full black.
Okay. So all the other colors she has. So her will be my model for today. And about the scene, I want to introduction with you, where we have this beautiful bed. And I don't know how to say it in English, but it's baldachin in Serbian. It's like a material which looks very nice when you put above the bed, and it gives such a nice dreamy effects. We have these colors, pink and white. I didn't use the pink pillows because it will be whole pink bed, and I wanted to connect with the dress. Then we have these nice flowers, like a nice touch. Make sure to always bring some flowers or the candles or the smoke on the scene, because everything looks much nicer when you have a fuller composition. We lighten up the candles and put the mirror. So these are all additional equipment such which fit to the scene. So for this particular settings, I will first place the Vanya to sit on the bed. Make sure to see how it looks. Maybe first I want like to maybe go a little bit with the hand on the pillow, and like, yeah, you're going to the flowers, like you're achieving somehow, yes. And I will make the dress and maybe to see a little bit of, yes, like the leg, because if we put her legs, she will look very short if we don't see her legs because of the dress. If we have a really long dress, then it will look nice to not see the legs. But for this dress, I will make the legs a little bit visible. Make sure to pay attention to all details, like the hair. I want to maybe put like this and on the shoulder. And maybe if you can, when I tell you, just to catch, yes. And we use, I want to show before we start, we use this non-light light where I place it behind her, because I want to not have a strong light on her. And I want just additional light where it will be like adding to the scene. So let's see. I will then turn on the viewfinder and make the settings. I will put the shutter speed 200 and ISO I will put 1000, because we don't have so much light, but at the end, at the editing part, we will be getting the exposure more up. So let's see how it looks. Okay, Manya, just bring it to the flowers. Okay, let's see. Oh, nice. Maybe I will go a little bit up with ISO, because I want more grains to the photo, because this is going to the scene. To me, it's like a vintage. Yes. Maybe Manya, just relax your mouth a little bit more. Yes. Is it hard for you? Is it okay? The pose. Okay. Okay. We'll be quick. Let's see. Nice. Just look a little bit up. Okay. Yes, this one is nice. Oh, I love this angle. Maybe now this will be the front view. Maybe you can go a little bit up to the pillows and put your hands above, like the pose where you're laying, but not actually laying, only leaning to the bed. Yes, something like this. And maybe you can hold the hair with one hand. Yes, make sure to always use the hands and think about the poses. We're not only placing the model and stay like that, this and left, right. Make sure to always dance with the body. Like this, taking the dress. Yes, perfect, perfect. Let's see how it looks. Oh, nice. Look at the camera. Okay. I always love to go a little bit down, because I love this angle. Maybe to look there a little bit. Yes. Oh. Nice, nice. Maybe one hand to be up, or yes. Maybe hold the dress. Yeah. Or just put it. Yes. Hey, nice, nice. Look down. Oh, I love this. You see how I place it? Her at the right, and we have the candles and the flowers on the left side. Yes. Look at the camera. Oh, wow. This is favorite. I will put it a little bit here. Maybe I will now, just to bring the light on her, not too much, just to see how it will look. Don't look at the light, Vanya, because it is a strong one. Let's see, maybe we will do a less light like this. Oh, because I want more shadows. Oh, Interesting. Let's see. Oh, wow. I will bring it closer. Yes. Maybe you can a little bit, yes. Let's see. Look at the camera. I always try to catch the candles and the flowers. Oh, wow. Look up. Maybe different sitting position. Maybe more like, yes, something like that. Yes. Nice. Maybe again go lay down. Yes, yes, like that. And now I will give you one flower and you will hold it close to you. It's a strong smell. Yeah. It's perfect. Yes. Just look at the flower somehow. Yes. Perfect. Okay. I will go closer to her. Okay. Look at the camera. Maybe now touch on the face a little bit with the flowers. Yes. I will go like this. Close up. Yeah, make sure to, like you're dreaming with the flowers, make sure to always ask the model to do something. So not only having a pose, but like you're in a movie or something. Make sure to ask them or remember that time, or make sure to think about how you're dreaming or waking up. Yes, it's like, We also put the flowers above her because I wanted to have all the flowers thing today. Maybe now more up. Let's see, like this. Look at the camera. Maybe look. Yeah. Perfect. Make sure to compliment the model if you're satisfied with the photos and the poses. Make sure to always say, "Yeah, you did it great," because in that case you motivate the model to pose more. Okay, I want to catch a little bit of this material, so I will go like through this. And maybe Vanya, you can look at this point. Yes. Oh wow, this is nice. Look at the camera. Maybe more head, a little bit to the, yes, perfect. Oh, nice. Yes. Okay, now maybe you can leave. Give me that flower. Maybe now you can sit here down and to see how it looks. Okay. Now, because I don't want to catch the legs in the photos, it is okay to not showing the legs on like this. Maybe to put the here on the bed and somehow, yeah, maybe to hold it. Yeah. Let's see like this. Yes. Let's see how it looks. This leg is a little bit. Yeah. Maybe you can go down. Yes. Stay like that. Nice. Maybe look at the camera. Let's see. Nice. Maybe be here a little bit more. Yeah, like this. Maybe you can put the hand a little bit. Just pay attention to the base. Yes. Now, nice. Okay. Yes, like that. Oh wow. Make sure to close eyes a little bit. Oh, you see here, I love everything about the pose, the flowers, and it's like everything is set together. Okay, Vanya, look a little bit more up. Maybe this hand, not to be like this, but maybe No. This one, or maybe. No, maybe to not use that hand up. Maybe towards like yes, like that. Yes, this is nice. Okay, look at the camera. Look a little bit there, and maybe just the legs to not see its look. Okay. Nice. Now I want you again to go to the bed, because the bed is main to me now, the part of the scene. Maybe to go in the middle and just lay down a little bit, not yeah, like that, and maybe close to the stomach, put the flower, something like that. Yes, and I will spread the hair. Yes, like this. And because I don't want to see this, maybe you can put the hand, yes, or the dress. Nice. And maybe just a little bit go with the shoulders. Not yes, perfect. Now the light is a little bit strong, so I will make ISO down 800, and shutter speed is 200, and f-stop is 2.0. Let's see. Wow, I love how the light is on her face. It's a little bit dramatic, but I love it. Okay. Vanya, a little bit more up. Look up, yes. Nice. Look at the camera. Now maybe one hand up. Yes. Perfect. When you're using one light source, you will see the shadows. You see the shadows behind the model, and how you are placing the lights, how you are choosing the angles. It is so important, because if you put it more on the right at this point, now you will miss the shadows. But in that case, you will need more light in front of her. So when you're placing the second light, then you will have strongest effects on her face, but not too strong effects behind her. So make sure to always see what you want to achieve. For this shoot, I wanted only one light, because I wanted that mysterious look. I will maybe put the light to place it a little bit more again on back, because I wanted more to cool it down. Okay, like this. Maybe look down a little bit, Vanya. Yes. It looks like she's one abandoned castle and laying, and wow, I love it. This is my favorite. Okay, just look down a little bit more. And also my recommendation, when you are choosing the pose, make sure to tell the model, stay in that pose for 2-3 shots, because if you have a blurry ones, if they blinked, you won't have that pose. So I had a chance to work with a model where she's completely changing all over the poses all the time. So I tell her, slow down a little bit, make sure to just stay in one pose, 2-3 shots, and you can change another one. So let's see, Vanya, look at the camera. Okay, maybe now again place the flower close to the face, and look at the camera. I will again do the material part like this. Oh, wow. I wanted now to only have this material in the bed, because it looks so nice. Everything is one color. Maybe I will go through this like this. Look at the camera again. Yes. And maybe relax a little bit more mouth. And now maybe to put flower on the pillow, like, and to, yes. This other hand is maybe yeah, maybe you can place it. Nice. Maybe put all around above you the flower. you know, holding the flower and about her. Yes. Perfect. Perfect. Look at the camera. Okay, nice. Look at that point. Yes, up. Let's see. Okay. Look at the camera again. Wow. Maybe now again close. That is the right pose. Maybe you can. Sometimes when the model changes the pose, I like that is a good one. Maybe I put one hand here. Yes. It's like leaning on the. Maybe on the other side. Yes. Yes. Sometimes I really love some strange, you know, like the heart poses. They look good. I will get closer to her. Let's see. I will put again the light on her face. Like this. This one is really strong light. Let's see if we. Yes, like this. And then again. Let's see. To make eye. Oh, wow. You see how the different is the light source and how the story is changing. Look down. This here, down, with a look. Yes. Oh, I will now go with the ISO a little bit down because I want more mysterious. You will see now. Like this. You see only on the face. And afterwards, we can play with the editing part in Photoshop. So make sure to look not directly to the light, but yes, perfect. And that hand, left, maybe, yes, like the. Oh, wow. I'm so excited when I have that shot I have in mind. And usually at the end are the best images after the time is passing. So now we'll go a little bit closer. Yeah, stay like that, Vanya. Don't move. This is perfect. A little bit more down. Look. Nice. Maybe now put the hands on here. Maybe placing. I will maybe go put it back and maybe hand here a little bit up like this. No, up, but yeah, on the back. And maybe like you're reaching to the lights. Maybe you can play with it. Yeah, perfect. On the face to have, wow, yes, nice. Maybe not too much, maybe on this side. To have one eye left. Wow. Now we get closer. And make sure to always have portraits and the wide angle shots when you have a photo shoot. Maybe a little bit hand down now, and maybe only look at the light. Yes, like this. You see how I changing the angles? This is how the light source is changing, and the completely different story. It will be hard to choose which one to edit. Okay. Let's see. Nice. Just a few more, and I think we have enough photos. Yeah, make sure to you look like you're surprised and like this. Yes. I love this when she's on the bed and looking at the light. It looks like she's reminds herself on some emotions in the past. Yes. I will go closer. Just look at the camera for a few more. Yes. A little bit more down. Okay. Okay, I think we have enough photos for today's. Now we will bring here Vanya. We want to thank her for posing for this webinar. Thank you so much, Vanya. You were great, like always. See you in my next photo shooting close. Okay, and now I will just go back and untether the camera and get back to you. Okay, I'm back. Let's just turn on the camera. Okay, so I was very excited for today's photo shooting because I love the scene and whole atmospheric look. Before we start editing, I would love to ask you one poll. So what you use for editing? Do you use a professional monitor? Do you use a regular monitor? So make sure to tell me. Laptop, I'm very interested because this is so important, which monitor you're using. Okay, I might know the answers already, but let's see what you will say. Okay, let's see. Many of you say laptop. I'm using the laptop only when traveling because it is so easier for me to edit while traveling. But to me, having a professional monitor and a PC is always a good piece of cake because you see everything and you have true colors. So many of you said the laptop, then the regular monitor, and then the professional monitor. I think now is the time to change your mindset because having a professional monitor really changed everything I had in photography. So that is, I think, the most important thing after the having a professional camera. So before we start editing, I'd love to say a few words about having a good equipment is so much important. So to capture a good photo, you need a creative tools. And the creative tools are the camera. So having a good camera is great, but you can practice storytelling even with a smartphone on a camera on a budget when starting. I said here when starting because this is so important, this sentence. When you want to go to the next level and you want to become more professional, I think having a professional camera is so important because you see all details, everything is different, the colors, the memory cards you're using, the fast things you get when you capture the photo. So having a good camera is really important, as well as the lenses. So I think sometimes the lenses are even more important than the camera because how you will tell the story. Is it a wide angle shots? Is it close up? Do you want blurriness behind the model? Do you want some special effects? This all goes with the lenses. And wide angle or not, lenses are much more important than the camera. Prime lenses are a must. Then additional equipment such as lighting, reflectors, backdrops to every photographer should have when they're becoming professional ones. And especially if you have more time to play with everything, you will see how important it is to have a good backdrop, having a good lights, the camera and the monitor. And editing software such as Adobe Photoshop, Lightroom, Premiere Pro for videos, tablet for editing. To me, the lifesaver is having a tablet for editing because you can go smoother and softer touch with a tablet than with a mouse. And photography monitor. I'm currently using BenQ SW272U photography monitor, and this really changed my mind because when I was starting with photography, I was having a regular monitor, and it was really a headache having this monitor because I didn't know for the better ones. I was editing the photos and I was really enjoying it. But after I transferred the photos to the mobile, and when I was uploading to on social media, I saw the difference, and I saw it's not the same colors, and I was asking myself, oh, how I will do now. So should I edit the image and then transfer on the mobile, and to after all the hard work I will see the true colors? And to me was a really headache, because I didn't want to do that because I had a really huge amount of the photos. And after the BenQ, this is the third monitor I'm using for them, and I think I will use them forever because they're so good. I open my eyes. So it's like the same in photography. When I having after the first camera, when I buy the professional camera and it's opened my eyes, it's the same with a BenQ monitor. So now they have a discount code for PD and SW series, which is valid until the June 4th. So make sure to use this code for the discount. I love using this monitor because it is a perfect size. It is a 4K 27-inch monitor. Before this one, I was using a 321C. It is a 32 inches. It's so big, but this one, this size, it's almost perfect. Like I said, the true colors to me are so important, because you see, when you're on location and you are seeing a red, this is a real red. When you edit in the image, the green is green, the white is white, every color you see on the set, you see when you edit the image. And to me, this is, I think, the first thing I really love about this monitor. The next thing is the hockey puck. So I usually love to switch RGB modes, sRGB black and white mode, and the hockey puck is wireless, and I can only press and having a switching colors in front of my eyes. I love always to write down ideas and on the paper, and I love leaving the notes under the monitor. And this monitor has a huge leather space under the screen, which is so convenient to have, like the notes or memory cards or the batteries behind. Sorry, my English. Above the monitor. Then the color accuracy, the horizontal and the vertical mode. It is so interesting. I'm a little bit of old school. I don't love switch all the time, but I really love to have this as a plus, because when you are editing the portraits, now you can, from the landscape mode, you can easily switch to the portrait mode. You can see the huge face in front of you, especially if you're having a really large screen, 27 and 32 inches. You see really like it's person is standing above you. It's like so interesting to edit in portrait mode because it's so good looking, and it is a Mac compatible, so you can easily connect the MacBook and this monitor. Is it having a USB-C? I love to fine coating panel. This one is love using because every time I was having a strong light going onto the monitor, I was having a struggles editing the images, and I was always waiting for the sunset to edit the image. And from 9 to 12 in the morning, I was editing the image because I was having in the dark. But now I don't see any reflections when having a fine coated panel. And to me, this is so much important because I don't have to choose the part of the day when I will be editing the image. So I really, if you want to upgrade your monitor and you need a really good one, make sure to write me. I have a special code for you from the BenQ, so which I will DM you or send you through the email, and you will be very, very satisfied when you switch to the professional monitor. So slowly now we'll be editing the image. I want now to share the screen with you. Let's see again. First, we will choose which image. Let's see, I will open like this in a show finder, just to make sure to together we'll be choosing the image. Oh my God, I love this one. Let's see what we have. So I will choose a few different ones because if I choose, I really love those because at the end, to me, this one were very special. I think I will choose this one because it is so nice. I will drag it. Let's see. I will drag this one also. The first, I wanted more mysterious look. So this one is where she's looking at the lights, and I really love the lights, her pose, and her face expression. Let's see. These are almost similar. This one is also nice, where we have the flowers. I don't know if I have to choose like the closest or no. I love to choose more vertical position, because to me is more interesting when I applying the images in photography websites and social media. But for the website, it's good to have in a horizontal mode. Let's see what else we have. Okay, I love this one with the hands also. Make sure to ask the questions during the webinar. At the end, I will be answering, and you will also receive a raw files. I love this one with a hand too. Let's see. Maybe when the is on her face. This one is interesting. I love this mysterious look. And I love her face expression here. But I have so many favorites. I love when I having selection. First, I delete the photos which are duplicating the same pose. I choose the strongest expression from the same scene. I'm deleting the photos where she's blinked or where if it's blurry. Then if I have around 500 images, I will choose maybe 200, 100, the best ones. And after, I will choose from each scene maybe 2 strongest image. Oh my God, no. I almost forgot. Let's see. This one is, oh, this one is nice. Wow, let's see. This might take a while, but I will give my best. Oh my God, this one is good. Let's see. I love this pose. I love everything here. I'm very interesting always to hear how many people love to edit the images. And also, I'm very curious to know, make sure to answer that during the answer part. So what do you struggling in photography? So are the models, creative scene, editing, lighting? So I'm very interested to hear. Let's see. Oh my God, so many beautiful photos. I love this. I might choose this one because the light is different. Let's see which one is the best. This one is okay. You see, from now, from all these images, I'm creating the best ones. I love this also. Oh my God, this one is nice. Okay, I will use this one. Sometimes it takes 1 hour, 2 hours just to choose the images. But not this time, don't worry. Let's see. Maybe some wider angle shot. See. When she's looking down is also interesting to me. I will choose this one. And I think I chose enough. Maybe. Let's see. Oh my God, I forgot these poses where she is down. This is nice. Okay, we are close to the end. This is also nice. But I already know which one I will edit because they're so nice. Okay, I think we edit too much. So now I will open the Photoshop and I will choose, let's see where this image is. I wanted to edit. Let's see this one first. This one is so nice. Okay, so first when I open the image, I see the raw file. And here I wanted to do a little bit of tweaking with exposure, with the contrast and the highlights and the shadows, and maybe a temperature. So let's see, because we have the moodiness into this photo, I will leave it like this. I don't want to make it a cheerful image from this image, but maybe I will just go with exposure up and highlights a little bit of that, not too much. Shadows, maybe I will go more up like this. And the temperature, let's see, maybe more like the cold tones like this. And I will leave it like this. Let's see. I love it. And I will open the image. Now, when we have the image opens, I will getting close to the face. Usually I edit with a tablet, but now because of this webinar, I'm editing with a mouse. So it's not be the same because with a tablet, it's a softer touch. Okay, I see that she don't have many pimples. I will unlock the background and I will make the duplicate image because I want, if I made a mistake, I will go back easily and I will make the opacity of around 60. And I will use the patch tool, especially because she don't have enough pimples. I think this patch tool is good. So we will use the tool and we will line like this and drag near the place where she don't have the blemishes and it goes away. So like this, circle and only close to that spot. Don't go on the cheek because it's a different light and a different skin source. So make sure to always go near the source where you are using. Then, sorry, it's a little bit slower. Yes, like this. Okay, again, we will circle and go like this. Let's see, again, circle and go here. All the blemishes she has on the face, on the neck, on the hands, on the legs, on the body. So wherever she has. And we put 67. So if we put 100, it will be too hard, the touch. If that is why we put it opacity around 60, 50, 60, because we don't have like the strong touch. We have the softer touch. And you see before, after. Make sure to always zoom out and see. Let's see the hands. And the hands are not too visible, so it is okay for me like this. I will again zoom in. Okay, I will merge visible because I don't love to use layers that much. Now I will make her skin a little bit like softer, like the final touch, like the makeup. I will use for that the mixer brush tool, this one. And it is a brush tab, and I will duplicate the layer again, just in case if I make some mistakes, but I always recommend that. If you're really confident, then don't duplicate the layer. I will use the mixer brush tool and choose from every light source the color. So we have the forehead, we have the cheeks, and we have the chin. So first use square and then type. You see, this is one color, this is another color, and this is the third color. So first I will choose this color and type it. And how much the space you have on the forehead, it is the big size of the brush. Sorry, it's a little bit slower. Wait a second. Yeah, because of the connection. Okay, I will then go close. Okay, like this. You see how the big now the tool is. So I will go a little bit down and maybe just more down and like this. And I will paint, but not press it too hard because it will be very visible. She'll be like a doll. Make sure to have the texture on her skin, so not too hard touches. Especially when you are doing this with a tablet, it is much more easier. Now on the nose, you have a different color, like this. Okay. Make sure to pay attention to the neck also, because here is also different color. And make sure to always choose from the center. You see this part? Like this. Okay, I'm set. You see the before and after, how much it setted the whole face. So I will merge the visible, merge the layers, and then I will choose the dodge tool, which I will highlight the light parts, like her eyes, the under the brows, the lips, and the cheeks, like this. So I want to more the pop out the image. So I will use the dodge tool. Exposure is around 9, up to 15 is okay. Especially if you're creating photos inside in a studio or some room, then make sure the exposure be less than 10 because it will be too visible. Make sure to think about the size. This one is big for the eyes. Just a little bit around the corner. Make sure to not dodge this white part in the eyes, especially people love to do that and their eyes getting more white. No. Make sure to always light this really eyes, not something else. Okay, then I will make the size bigger like this. Then the makeup, a little bit the lips and the cheeks. Everywhere where she has light, then you can, not on the forehead because you already see the light, but which part of the body you want to pop out. So the cheeks, like the makeup. I want now to put it on the hair too. I will make the size bigger, like this, a little bit here. And I want maybe on the dress a little bit, not too much, but you see, we see the lights. Okay. Now, let's see, we will zoom out. Oops, like this. Oh, nice. And now I want to add more volume into the hair. So for that, I will use the filter and liquify tool. Because if you want to add more volume on the dress, on the hair, on the face, it is okay to have it. And make sure to pay attention to the lines behind the model because you don't want to spread the lines. Yes, you can duplicate the layer and then delete this afterwards. But for this part, I will only do the volume. I don't need to delete. You see, just a little bit. Maybe more up, more. I will only just a little bit change. It won't be visible. Make sure to pay attention to the lines. Maybe like this. Let's see the dress. You see, maybe we can. The dress is already not so big, so I will maybe just a little bit spread it. And make sure to pay attention to the lines. Okay, I love this one. Then I will press OK. Make sure to think only about the size and the hand wrapping tool. I love this. So now we will go to the adjustment and color grading. So I'm very satisfied with the skin and everything, but now I want to pay attention to the colors. So first I will go to the selective colors. If you don't have here adjustment, then go to the image adjustments and see the selective colors here. So every photo you see on a scene, it will change. So here we have red, yellow, and a little bit of pink. So you see now, you see, it's getting lighter, darker. So I want more darker, and make sure to only change the blacks. If you make the cyan, then her face will also change the color. You see, so make sure to not tweak too much this. Okay, like this. Okay, maybe a little bit more pastel, like this. This is only, you will modify this up to your needs. This is only the playing with the colors the whole day. Okay, I will go with the white too, because I have light and I want white to pop out a little bit. So you will see this is huge popping out, but maybe something like this is okay. Then I will make the curves. So I will add more contrast into the image. I will go like this up a little bit, and then like this. You see, before, after. This is okay. And for this one, I will, yeah, do the color balance a little bit. There's so many ways how you can do it, but this is only one way. You see, maybe you see this is a general color changing. It's like the hover over the image. So if you want more blacks or blue, I will go a little bit more yellow, and maybe then go a little bit of green. You see, it is more like vintage look, old. I want like that. And maybe more red. Ah, lovely. Okay, nice. Let's see. Okay. Okay, I'm very satisfied with this one. So I will save this image because I'm really satisfied. So I will go to save copy and then JPEG. Okay. Make sure to always choose the maximum size here. And okay, if you are not like satisfied, if you want to edit a little more, make sure to choose a PDF file, PSD file. Okay. Then we will go to another image from this set. This one will be very, let's see which one I will edit. I'm struggling. This is nice. Maybe one horizontal is nice to edit now. Maybe this one. Let's see. Yeah, this one. This one is nice. So here I see not so many lights on her face. So here I will go exposure a little bit up. You see like this. Wow, nice. And maybe temperature, you see, a little bit more down because I want more like natural tones, not too yellow. I don't like when it's too yellow. The highlights a little bit. If you want to bring more details on her skin, make sure to go to the highlights down and shadows a little bit up. Okay, like this. And I will open the image. This Photoshop, and because I'm doing so many stuff, it's a little bit slower than usual, but it is okay. So here we see, I will unlock the background, and for this part, I don't see any blemishes here. Maybe this one on the forehead. So I will use the spot healing brush tool. So I will only make sure to, if you have like sky and a bug in the sky, this is a great tool to use. When you have one color and you want to just remove something from that, if you have some grass on the dress or something, then you can use with only one tool, this one. So only place it like this. If you use it on the skin, then it will be smooth. It will be too many, like the sponge you see on the face, only, and you will see so many typing on her skin. But if you want to only remove one blemishes, one grass or bug from the dress from her face, then this tool is great. Then the mixer brush tool, which will again reset the face with a color, and don't make sure to always write in these little squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, these 4 squares, to have up to 10%, because if we put more than 10%, it will be with no details in the skin. Okay, so we will choose one color. So it will be this one. Hey, it's lower. Okay, when size a little bit up, and then the paint. Again, I said when you use tablets and when you use a big monitor, you see every detail and it is much more easier to edit. Then the dodge. I will go on the cheeks, then the lips, on the face a little bit, but not go too much because we are inside, and if we put enough, then it won't look natural. Then eyes, just a little bit. The second. Okay, now I will go to the liquify again to add volume on her hair. Let's see, like this. I will add more here, but make sure if you're using like this, the frame of the bed, make sure to pay attention to the lines and of the hair and the hands and the face, not spread it too much. Yeah, this one is okay. Okay, now when we are done with the liquify tool, I will go to the color grading. Okay, now I will go to the adjustments again. Okay, so selective colors. I want white here because you see, when you put it here and when we place it like this, it opened the scene. So we will go like this. Then we will go to the yellow because here we have white, yellow, red, and pink a little bit. So here for me, a little bit, I want more like the painting images. So I will go more with this part on the left. Then we will make more contrast on her face and her skin. Then the red, again, more contrast. You see, this is too much. And this is too much. Make sure to moderate. Okay, like this. Then we will go contrast. Make sure after you do the color grading, make sure to always do the contrast and curves because it gives more life into the image and more popping out. You see, like this. Okay, love it. Now I will go to the photo filter, which you can cover one color over the image. So I wanted something calm down. Let's see which colors. You can choose which color. You see, if we put this is a blue, then this is a green. Sometimes I really struggle with the colors and all the. Sometimes I edit at two different styles, and then I will choose which one is better. Maybe I will now go a little bit black, like this. Let's see, you can go up and down. Maybe like this. Okay, and let's see if I image rotate different way. No. I love this, but on her face, you see, it's a little bit different. It's not the original, so I will switch back. Okay, I'm satisfied with this one. If you do selective colors, if you want more, then you can merge layers and then go again to the selective colors and do it again if you are not satisfied. And we will do one more image and maybe some portraits. I want one portrait. I saw one I really like. Let's see now where she's sitting. I think it's this, I think. Yes, it's this one. Okay, I will open this image. I love this. So when I open, I really love like this, but I will, you see this? Oh no, maybe I will leave it like this just to see a little bit of her dress and the details here. Let's see if we, you see, go onto more green and like the cooler, like this. Yeah, I want to go with the corset color and these greens here. So I will go it like this. Then the highlights, like this. And the shadows a little bit more up. Okay. Then opening the image. And see, where's the face? Where's the face? I will unlock the background and I will again duplicate the layer. And I will again choose 62 up to 60, 50 is okay. And then I will again use the patch tool. You see here, those blemishes. So when you have time, some tools, this is only one way. So I use a different tools for editing the skin. But if I don't see the face in the main focus like this, when you use one light, especially on her face and during the day, then you have to be very careful and very detailed how you will edit the colors. And sometimes I need 1 hour just to edit the skin. But for this part, especially if this is not a portrait, like really close up, it's okay to use this tool because it's doing the job. When you want to, sometimes it's good to choose how do you want to edit. If you see, you don't need so much time if the face isn't the main focus, you know. So make sure to choose over the quality. Okay, I'm really, let's see, you see before and after. We just, let's see if we have more. I will unzoom it. Okay, I will merge this layer and I will go to the mixer brush tool. Sorry, and choose first from the cheeks like this and setting the face. Make sure to not go in the shadow, only here. Then you will we will choose one color for the shadow. You see, because here is really dark. Like this. Okay. Then this. Setting the color. I'm very excited to see how you will edit those images too. Make sure to send me once you edit. Make sure to pay attention to the neck. The hands are good. Okay, now the dodge. Oops. Oops, I changed it. Okay, the dodge. So we will make the size a little bit smaller. Like this. She has a really nice blue eyes, so make sure to show that to the world. Under the eyes. So like you're setting the makeup, it's like it's the same when you're using the dodge tool. Then I will make a little bit bigger. Like this. Okay, now in the hair. Okay, like this. Oh, I love the how the light is only on her face and not on the dress, because it's really nice touch. I will go to the liquify too again, just to add some volume. Like this. Just pay attention to the lines and everything. I love to pay attention to the lines here because, you know, you can also make the dress bigger with this tool, but this dress is not so big, so I will focusing only on the hair. Okay, I will save it like this. I won't go too much because it will look unnatural. Now the color part. This one is my favorite from the set, this image. I will just turn on the adjustments. I will go to the selective colors. I will maybe go with the contrast with the red. Like this. Go to the yellow. Like this. You see how everything is more contrast when you are playing with the colors and everything. Make sure to always pay attention to not to go too much to one side and the other side. Make sure to always be somewhere in the middle. Then the color balance. Because at the first I was going on the green side. Maybe I will continue. Let's see. So this is really a game. So this you can spend the whole day only to play with the colors. You see? Maybe like this. Okay, and then I will go to the photo filter because I want one color over the image. No, this is too much. Let's see, maybe a little bit of yellow. Okay, like this. And curves. In curves, you have RGB, where you can change all the colors, and you have red, green, blue. This is also where you can play with it. But at this point, I will do only RGB. Okay, this is also. Make sure to always go to zoom in to see if you did a good job. Because if you do it all the white and then at the end you zoom in, you see all the, okay, I really love those. This, nice. Okay, I will save this image. Okay, on the screen. Okay, so I'm done with the editing session. And now I will stop sharing the screen and come back to the presentation. I'm very interesting to know how many, I will ask you one more poll, the last one. How many images do you edit, like the final ones? I'm very interested to hear, because when somebody says 50, to me, it was really huge. So when a shoot is done, how many images do you usually select to edit? Is it one or few, around 5, 10, more than 10? I'm not saying here for the client, because client always needs more than 10 images, but for yourself, when you're doing personal projects. So how many images you want, like the, the best ones? I'm very interested to hear. Let's see. This is changing. Okay. Around 10, around 5. Okay, let's see. Around 10 is okay. Yeah, I think that is the most important thing, to have it around 10, 15, because if you have more than 10, then it is not. You see, from each scene, you have to have maybe 1 or 2 images. So when you have 2, 3 scenes, it is totally enough. So yeah, we are close. Okay, and then the last around the 5, then more than 10, and 1 or few. Okay, the 1 is good if you only have 1 scene and the mind-blowing image. So the 1 is good. Nice, thank you so much. Before we go to the questions, I want to say, find mainline source. So this is important when you are doing a scene. Make sure, even if you are creating photos outside, inside, make sure to only have one light source which will work for you. You see, for this particular scene, we have only one light source where she is going to on her face, and that is enough for this story. But for the other story, you will have to place maybe behind her or in front of her, and to add more lights. So make sure to always pay attention to what story you are telling. Then experiment. Make sure to experiment as many, especially if you're a hobby photographer, before you're starting professional. Make sure to practice every day with as many elements, with as many models, because you will practice and you will see how mindset can change, and how you will see where you're making mistakes. You will see what you can upgrade and what you can change. So experiment is the key. Create an atmosphere, not only placing the model on location. Create a scene, create a concept, awake. Remember flowers in a vase, awake the scene. And at the end, it is most important to enjoy the whole process. So now, today, we will be answering your questions. And during the answering your questions, I will add in the raw images. So make sure to send me how you edited those images, because I'm very interested to see how everything looked and how you play with the colors. Okay, I will call Vicente now.
Hi, Jovana. Thank you so much for the fantastic presentation. And to everyone, the webinar is not over yet. We're now going to be going into the questions. We're already seeing a lot of them from all of you. We're really looking forward to answering those. Really wanted to say it's incredible to see Jovana's process, and we really want to say a really big thank you to her for really all the time that she put into this. As you can see, this is not just a simple webinar. Really, the amount of work, preparation, rehearsal that goes into this, getting all the equipment, the lighting, the microphone, really setting up everything is really a tremendous amount of effort, and we're really grateful to Jovana for all the work she put in for that. So we're just super grateful to that. And it's just fascinating to see the full process from start to finish. Before we get into the Q&A, as you can see, we have here the discount code listed at the bottom. This is valid until the 4th of June for the photographer monitors and also for the PD monitors. So for both series, you can get a 10% discount off of that, as well as all users of BenQ monitors of the PD and SW series also get 1 year free of Pantone Connect Premium. And before we go to the Q&A, just wanted to say also, if you enjoyed today's webinar, You can check out our Instagram. We are always organizing webinars and live streams and events like this, and with incredible people just like Jovana, who really are passionate about what they do and really love to teach and pass on what they're doing. So without anything more from me, let's get into the Q&A. We have here, and you should also see, by the way, Jovana right now is uploading these images for you that you can now download as well here on the window on the right. We have one question from Inessa. She asks, "What light do you have above the bed?" I think she's asking which brand, which type you're using.
Nandline FS 200. It's really good light because it is a strong, but it is a soft. So I love using continuous light because I have more control over the whole scene. I didn't use flash as much, but for me, continuous light is the choice. This is only one of the lights, but I also use the Profoto B10X Duo Kit.
We have here a question from Pearl, who's asking, "What lenses are you using?"
This is an interesting question because I love having different variety of lenses. I love to have wide angle and portrait angle lenses. So for the wide, I use 35 millimeters, 1.4, this is Sigma, 2470, but I don't use it as much because when I travel, I use this one because I can easily zoom in and zoom out. For the portraits, I use 135 millimeters 2.0 Canon and Sigma 105 1.4 and Sigma 50 millimeters 1.4. So these are, I think the Sigma lenses are my favorite ones. They're so great. The art series.
Ooh, not a question, but from Barca, she says, "Jovana, you are an inspiration." Big smiley face and a thank you.
Thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. Thank you.
A couple people, Jovana, you were asking before which part that people find the most challenging. Quite a few people said that editing they found to be the most challenging.
Yes, because for editing, it is so important to find your niche, your style, and it is not so important to edit the whole image if you don't need. You see the whole. You don't have to know all elements, tools in the Photoshop if you use only 2 or 3 for your photos. So make sure to focus, like in photography, like on the scene. Make sure to focus at only 1 or 2 tools at the beginning if you're useful for you. Because we have so many tools and people get, I remember when I started with photography, I have so many tools and my brain was not processing it, how many tools we have to edit the skin and the whole image.
Balsa, she asks, which kind of photo work do you do for a living? Is it dreamy portraits for people that hire you, or do you also do more commercial work? And they also say, "I love your dreamy portraits. Been a fan of yours for years."
Thank you so much. I do a couple of different things. I do commercial campaigns for the brand. I do experience photo shoot, like the dreamy ones for the clients, for the physical individuals. And I also sell my images online as a prints and for the posters, and also doing a workshop. So there's plenty of things which I'm doing at this moment.
As a side note, we've been working with Jovana now for 4 or 5 years, and it's really incredible. One of the most proactive people that I know, and always so hardworking, and always so passionate about what she does. So that's always such an inspiring thing to see.
My brain is always working, and I think when you're a photographer, make sure to do one thing which can spread to a different topics. Like if you're doing personal projects, like myself, I use these personal projects to sell as a book covers, to sell big companies for the big installations, and for a theater, for the magazine. So make sure to think how they can use your image.
We have a question from Oksana, who says, "Do you use generative AI tool in Photoshop? And if yes, in which situations?"
Yes, I don't like to go over too much with this generative fill, but it's my favorite one when I deleting some parts which I don't want to use in the photo. When I'm deleting the people, it saves so much time. Before I needed 1 hour just to delete all the persons. Now I need 1 second. And also if I have more flowers and I want to add more to the scene, so add more flowers. But sometimes it can be really tricky because it's not in a fully 100% AI era now, but it will be okay to use for these parts. It's a great tool.
Yulia, she's first of all saying hi, my photography queen. So that's a really lovely compliment.
Thank you so much.
And she asks, what do you think about analog lenses like Helios M44? Have you used any?
No, I didn't use. I personally love film lenses, but didn't use those lenses, so I cannot tell about them.
From Dunya, hope I'm saying that correctly. They ask how to make the scenography prep part less expensive. So how to make setting the scene, the scene part less expensive from the preparation part.
So first, make sure to think, what do you have in your room? Maybe some interesting candles, maybe some interesting material, and then maybe to make a scene. You see, with this bed, we used a simple material for the bed and the materials which we can put over the candles. So first, if you have something in your home, and then if you don't have, you can make something like do-it-yourself projects, which will also look good. People sometimes think that you have to spend enough money for the scene, but you can do so many things with zero budget. I remember when I did one project where I used leaves inside the room. So I bring the leaves in the room and it was a zero budget. And make sure to think what will be interesting to bring into the room. So the leaves or the whole room of the flowers, maybe from the nature flowers or maybe the grass. So whatever you can pick from the nature, but to not cut and destroy the trees or something like that, make sure to bring inside. It will look so good.
We have a question from Annika who asks, how is the new camera?
Oh, I'm still waiting for the camera. I didn't test it yet, but it's still not in my hands. So I'm waiting for the new camera. I'm very excited, like a small child.
A question from Sanya who asks, what kind of lights do you use the most for your projects and how many do you use in one session?
It's this Nanline FS 200 because I really about this light, you can add amount projection attachment to this light, and you can create some special effects and scenes and shades with this, like the window, like the branches, the flowers, and you can only place in the mount, and then you can put on the model space like the flowers. And it is so interesting to have this light because you can experiment a lot with it.
We have quite a big question from Boris, and maybe Jovana, you can give us some. He's asking for some simple advice on how to start with photography. I assume as a photographer.
Can you repeat, Vicente, how to start with photography?
Yes, so he's asking to give some simple advice on how to start as a photographer, to start your photography career.
To me, the best advice is just start, because if people think always, how do I start? Write everything down on the tasks, and then because the brain is working like that. When you are not starting and when you're writing down how to start, the brain is thinking that you are started, but you're already not, because you're physically not starting doing the project. Make sure to do one project. Bring one model to one location, not use as many elements, because it will be overwhelmed for you, and you will see what to add next, and you will see what works best for you. So I think the main thing is to experiment and to practice, and to have somebody who will tell you, okay, let's bring this unique model. If you don't have unique model and unique location, then the image will be okay. But if you bring some maybe albino model, maybe with freckles, maybe with long red hair at some abandoned place, this will catch the people's eyes, you know? And everything is about that. You see which people you can bring to the location and what you can bring to the location to awake the scene.
It's really great. Also from Boris, he asks, asking about how to start with the scene. So specifically, how to start to plan with the scene, which elements are important, and these kinds of more specific, I think specifically for a scene. So I guess how would you start with the planning of a scene, and which elements do you think are the most important to keep in mind?
Yeah. At the beginning, to me, scene was nature. You know, I bring the model to the location, and I think this was the scene. But after I tried to bring the candles to the scene, especially inside. So at the beginning, I was telling myself I never do the inside photography because that's so boring. But now to me is so interesting because you can play with those elements and the lights. So at first, when I bring one candle, then I bring more flowers. Then I say, yes, this looks so good. Let's bring more flowers. So I think how to do with a scene. So make sure to think about your niche. So what style you're a photographer? Are you a fashion photographer? Are you a dreamy photographer? Are you a beauty photographer? If you're dreamy like myself, I think the flowers are the most inspiring if you're bringing inside, and also the candles, everything that giving, you know, that beautiful scene, like the materials flying. If you have the empty room, make sure to play with the materials because it will give a 3D dimension. And make sure to maybe at the beginning put the one flower in one vase and maybe to place it all around the model. It won't be the big budget, but you will create so much because you will bring the one vase or one stone and to put one flower inside. I will show you now this just to have because it's near me. You see this is a dry flower and I have this like a little stone. So if you put a real flower here and in the stone, it will give so much to the scene.
We have your question from Annika asking about your Instagram, I believe. She's asking, how do you edit your reels with an app?
It's first I film with a mobile, then I will in Tesa app, I will do the color grading, and then I will adding the reel immediately on Instagram, like the reel. I'm editing there the videos, not the app.
Balsa asks, do you enjoy more working on projects that have more heavy editing or ones with less editing? And they also ask, what is your favorite lens?
Oh my God, this is. Can you repeat the first part? When I'm enjoying, yeah, the editing part, the hard editing.
So the first part was, do you enjoy more projects that require heavy editing, like a lot of editing, or ones that require less editing?
More editing. I'm the most the most projects I enjoy are the fine art projects where I bring the model to the location and I have a really special scene, and I do the square format and manipulation in Photoshop. Sometimes I spend like 3-4 hours just to adding the all elements and creating the scene. So I creating the photos separately for each element and then placing it in the Photoshop after. And this is where the generic feels really is good because you can add separate elements into the scene. And my favorite lens is 35 millimeters 1.4 Sigma art when I'm creating wide angle fine art shots, and 135 millimeters the Canon 2.0.
We have a question from Sanya who asks, and now a question about monitors. I need to choose one very soon. I'm having problems with colors very often on different screens. And they ask which one of BenQ monitors is good enough for the beginning. I believe when you're starting starting as a photographer.
Yeah, but I will choose SW321C. This one is good, and the one I'm currently using, because sometimes it's really good to invest in a good professional monitor as well as the camera, and you will have the great results, and not to struggle with all the time with okay monitor. You know what I'm saying?
And I can actually speak a little bit about this from our perspective. We have at the moment releasing very soon the SW272Q. The 2.4 in the beginning means that it's 24 inches, so 24 inches size, which is sort of a standard monitor size. The monitor that Jovana spoke about that she's using is the SW272U, so 27 being 27 inch and U being 4K. If you're interested in a 27-inch monitor, but you want perhaps at a lower resolution, which would also be at a lower cost, there's the SW272Q. So the U is the one that Jovana has, which is 4K, and the Q version is the 27-inch, and that's at a 2K resolution. And so I believe for a beginner, those are three very good choices that you can look at. Julia asks, what photographers inspire you? Which photographers do you follow?
Tim Walker, Brooke Shaden, Rosie Hardy, Adam Birdie, Emily Soto. I really love them. There are so many great photographers. So it's a whole I love to follow because they also inspire to create and motivate you to do the projects. And I think every person should have like the people who are following, because they are also sharing the stories and you're following them, and you see different things online.
We have a question from Falcel, if I'm saying that correctly, and they ask, I have two SW272Us. Is there a device to have both in one hood instead of two hoods on each monitor? And actually, I can answer that. That's actually a perfect question, because we actually do. There's if you look on the BenQ website, we have the HB27. I'll see if we can add here a link in the link section for you. The HB27 is a shading hood bridge that allows you to connect two monitors with one, essentially to have them in one shading hood.
I agree with Vicente.
Yeah, if there are any more questions, please send those in now. You can also see Jovana has graciously given us here six images also for you to download, or specifically from today's shoot.
I'm so interested
another
to see
gift that Jovana is giving us today. But
interesting to see how people
really wanna say thank you again to Jovana for being so generous with her time and with her energy. As said, we're always grateful whenever we can work with one of our photographers or designers on a webinar such as this, but the amount of effort that Jovana really put into today it's not just her, but working with a model, working also with an assistant. Darko was helping with the whole process, setting up all of this in her studio. Really is a lot of time, a lot of effort, the whole setting for everything. And we're just really, really super grateful for that and the amount of time that you put into that. Thank you to all of you who came to the webinar. As said, we're always hosting webinars just like this. We'll have more with Jovana coming up in this year. And the discount code, as said, is also valid until the 4th of June. And we'll be leaving this room open here as well for a little while longer if you'd still like to leave any comments or would like to download anything. But yeah, a really huge thank you to Jovana again, and from us at BenQ for attending as well.
I would like to thank BenQ for this webinar and the people who come. So, and I'm really interested to see the photos, how you will edit.
Great. Then I think that's all from us. Thank you again for coming, and we're looking forward to having all of you at future events. The discount code will also be sent to you in a follow-up email. But I think that's all from us, and I wish you a lovely evening.
Me too. Bye. Bye.